Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar testing. Alright, test 1, 2. Yep, microphone working. Alright, everything good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. I'm Kimberly, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control operator. My pronouns are she, her. This is a round table for general discussions and friendly chats. Please direct all calls through the net control station. We meet every Sunday at 2 a.m. coordinated Universal Time. Before we begin, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If there is an emergency at any time, please say break, break, and we will assist you promptly. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQIA+ community and their allies to connect over the airwaves. It is open to all licensed amateur radio operators without the need for membership. We also welcome third-party traffic. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group fosters an inclusive environment for learning, experimenting, and enjoying radio communications. We encourage, promote, and support diversity within the wider radio community. We share our experiences and knowledge, celebrate Pride on the air, and welcome all individuals. To learn more about the Pride Radio Group, join us, and gain access to our Discord chat room, visit prideradio.group. That is prideradio.group. Or check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome, regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you harbor hatred towards us, of course. This net is being relayed on the Pride Radio Network and its affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, WiresX, M17, NXDN, P25, D-Star, and Zello. It is also streamed live on Broadcastify, Icecast, and my YouTube channel, searchable by my call sign, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. For information on how to connect to this network or access our live streams, visit prideradionetwork.com. That is prideradionetwork.com. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger for Windows, Linux, or Mac OS from netlogger.org. That is netlogger.org. Netlogger allows you to log into the net, view real-time call signs, and actively participate. For Android and iPhone users, you may download On Air NetScraper instead. That is On Air NetScraper. Oops, hold on a second. I forgot to connect our friends at the, oh, what do you call that repeater in Sydney, Australia? Yeah, VK2RLT. I forgot to connect that repeater. 1 second while I do that. Alrighty, we are now connected to the VK2 ROT repeater. Sorry about that. For those on the VK2 ROT repeater, we are now starting the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. Alrighty, let me reset one moment. Alrighty, before we start tonight's net, does anyone have any news, announcements, or other items to share with the net and the Pride Radio Group? Okie dokie. I'm not sure why my call sign is showing up as Mike 6 Juliet Golf Juliet, but that is definitely not my call sign. My call sign is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. I'll have to go into the backbone of the system and figure out why it's transmitting the wrong call sign. It must be a glitch of the matrix or something. Maybe a misconfiguration, or maybe a gremlin has creeped up. But anyways, ignore the Mike 6 Juliet Golf Juliet, because that is not me. Alright, I do have one announcement. Let me reset. Alright, this is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning with the announcement. I found out that those who use the Whiskey Papa Sierra Delta dashboard for their MMDVM hotspots, I noticed that our Pride reflectors were removed from the list, and people who have those who use those dashboards, that dashboard was not able to connect to our network because, yeah, they decided to, remove us from their list for some dumb reason. So, in order to circumvent the removal, I have created a duplicate reflector. It is called LGBTQ Pride, and the reflector number for YSF is 00969. So if you're using the WPSD dashboard and you notice that you haven't been able to connect to our network lately through System Fusion, well, that's because, yeah, they decided to censor us. So in case if you don't see our normal Pride reflectors, update your host files and look for 00969, and you should be able to connect. Alright, with that out of the way, let me reset. Let's move on to check-ins for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. We'll begin with mobile stations, those short on time, and those who are in and out. If you fall into any of these categories, please come forward with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. Feel free to share your pronouns as well. This is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for check-ins from mobile, short on time, and in and out stations. Already hearing no response, we will now take check-ins from anyone, anywhere. If you'd like to join the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, please provide your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. You may also share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, your net control station for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. We are taking check-ins from anyone, anywhere. So if you'd like to join the net, feel free to say your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you on the list, and we'll get this party started. Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Holy moly, is this... Holy moly. Yeah, am I alone out there? Hello, hello, is there anyone out there? By the way, if you're on the Pride Echolink conference, well, it's borked again, so if you're trying to check in via the Echolink Pride conference and you're not able to, please QSY to Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar hyphen Lima. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar hyphen Lima. And you should be able to connect if you're an Echolink user. Alright, let's throw out another call for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, if you'd like to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you're like. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for any check-ins to the net. Woo! Finally!
KC3 VIU, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor NG Uniform.
Alright.
Phoebe, share pronouns. And just as a note, I'm in very much a low power mode, and I hope we get some more people on the net, but yeah, I'm pretty much in a low power mode. I'll be listening anyway.
Alright, Kilo Charlie 3 Victor India Uniform, got you down. Who else is out there wishing to check in? There's gotta be some other folks out there, so, well, shut my trap and see who else falls out of the woodwork. Hi. Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you checked in. Alrighty, any additional check-ins? Any check-ins out there? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and we'll get you added to the list. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. By the way, if you're just now connecting to the Pride Echolink conference server, please use Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar hyphen Lima, because we're having issues with the Pride Echolink conference at the moment.
Kilo 7, November Whiskey Uniform. KK7 NWU. Kilo 7, November Whiskey Uniform.
Kilo 7, November Whiskey Uniform. Got you down on the list. Who else is out there? Please come now. Alright, Okay, looks like that's all we got for right now. KC3 VIU, go ahead and take it. KJ7 OMO.
Yep, KC3 VIU. I'm going to do something that's rather exceptional for me, and that is say that I don't really have much to talk about at this time. See where the conversation leads rather than me try to drive it. KC3 VIU, back to KJ7 RMO.
Alright, no problem, Phoebe. We'll see what happens. KK7NWU, KJ7 OMO. Go ahead and take it.
KK7NWU here. What if I don't want to take it? Anyway, I popped on for a minute. I'm probably going to hop off here soon. It'll be a quick in and out for me tonight. Got family stuff happening, but I thought I'd stop in and say hi. So, hi all. 7-3, KK7NWU.
Oh, I'm sad that you're gonna leave so early. I'm just messing with you. Alright, well, a big wave hello to you too, and thank you for stopping by, and 7-3 to you. Glad to hear you, aboard. Alright, folks, we're at the bottom of the list, so, yeah, do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in before we carry on? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Alright, KC3VAU, KJ7, OMO, back to you. And in the background, I'm trying to resolve an issue.
Seeing as I'm the only other person on the net, and I was tuned out for a second, I assume you're calling me. So I'll just go ahead and... yeah, I was watching a program today on Nova where they were talking about fractal antennas and how they can be much more efficient and much smaller. And I'm kind of wondering if I couldn't use something like that to reach some additional repeaters in the area. I'm just not sure how good they would be for transmission energy. From the ones I saw, they look like they're much better set for reception, but that doesn't mean that the design couldn't be enhanced. So the program was showing a lot more theoretical than practical applications for such, not applications, but a lot more theoretical, saying how effective they were, but only one photo as to what they made with them, and then speaking as to how effective they were. So, just another little fascinating tidbit. KC3VIU back to control. KJ7, hello.
Alright, KC3VAU, KJ7, I'm returning. Yeah, copy that. Okay. Well, I don't know a thing about those type of antennas, so I won't be able to help you there. But yeah, since it's just you and I on the net, if we don't get any more folks checking in here soon, then I'll just shut it down early. But for right now, let's see if we can take another peek out in Radioland and see if we can find some other folks who are, wanting to check in. So, yeah, if you're out there, random person and you want to, check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, all I need is your call. All I need is your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. And feel free to share your pronouns if you'd like. And yeah, anyone, anywhere, if you'd like to check in, please come now, and we'll get you added to the list. It looks so abysmal out there right now. KC3VIU, KJ7OMO. I guess we'll toss it back to you. Oh my goodness. There's nobody out there. Wow.
Sure, no problem. No, I can't expect everybody to know everything. I mean, like I said, I only learned about the antenna type today. It was a beautiful pattern for a fractal, and I'd also heard somewhat more recently, say the past 5 years, about a type of antenna that could be sprayed onto like the side of a tree, and you could hook up your antenna lines to that, and it was supposed to be some wildly like it was actually supposed to be like I want to call it a quote miracle spray unquote, but it was supposed to be legitimate. Now, the source of that I cannot remember, but it was a journal. It was like a legitimate source. I understand it was somewhat in development, and I'm not sure how far they ever took it, but we'll just I'm always fascinated by so many aspects of radio, but I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Net Control KC3VIU back to KJ7 OML.
Alrighty, KC3BIU from KJ7 OMO returning. I'm still trying to figure out why my call sign is showing up as M6JGJ, Juliet Golf Juliet, instead of KJ7 OMO on the list. There's something weird going on with the network right now. While we're, talking, I've been looking in the background trying to figure out why the wrong call sign is showing up. Oh boy. These weird gremlins, I tell you. These weird gremlins. Anyways, alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so, come on now. There's gotta be somebody else out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. There's gotta be another person out there. There's just gotta be. It's impossible not to be another person out there. So, yeah, if you're that person and you're hearing this, and if you'd like to check in, all I need is your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar she her, and I'll be standing by for any additional check-ins to the net. Come on, folks, let's get some more added to the list now.
Whiskey Bravo Zero, Victor Hotel Foxtrot, WB0 VHF, Evelyn in Bloomington, Minnesota.
Woohoo! Finally! Woohoo! Finally! Another person! Yay! WB0 VHF got you down. Been a while. Alright, who else is out there wishing to check in? right, WB0 VHF KJ7 OMO, take it away.
Good evening there, Kimberly. Say, your audio sounds a little overdriven, sometimes very overdriven, or distorted. But the last go round wasn't near as bad.
Okay.
Yeah, with the earlier start time for your net
Test,
here,
test, test.
with all the changes back to standard time everywhere else, I've been having a harder time getting here because I've got a conflicting Saturday night net locally that I've been checking into for years. I like to participate in. So that one just got done, so I ran over here. That, and I have been getting out a little bit more lately. The recovery's going well after surgery, so I've been out doing a few things, and that's kept me busy on a couple of Saturday nights. So, but we're here tonight, and you're still running, and I figured I'd stop by and say hi and see how everybody's doing. WB0 VHF.
WB0 VHF from KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Yeah, the time zone changes and daylight savings changes and all that nonsense. Yeah. They need to ban daylight savings. Just ban it altogether. Get rid of it. No more daylight savings. That way we don't have to, put up with these, schedule changes and the inabilities to, show up at whatever net you like. Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, there's a reason why we, keep the time, consistent. Because, yeah, one, Arizona does not participate in the daylight savings nonsense, and two, well, we use coordinated universal time, so we have to have, a set time standard so that our international folks will have a, easier time, reaching us. And also so that I can have an easier time starting the net. Alright, well, I'm glad that your surgery has went well, and everything is good on your end. And, yeah, everything's okay on my end. Little bumpy here and there, but other than that, I'm hanging in there. Alright, before I kick it back up to the top, was there another station wanting to get in? I didn't hear anything. Alright, back to KC3VAU from KJ7 OMO.
This is KC3VAU. Yeah, sorry, I have a bit of a headache. I'm just trying to think through things. I'm gonna just go ahead and send it back to you, back to KJ7 OMO at this time.
Alrighty, not a problem. Looks like we're sending it back to okay, so that one is checked out. Back to WB0 VHF from KJ7 OMO.
Okay. Well, no, I certainly understand about the fact that Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time or time shifts of any type. I would like to see everybody go back to just one set of times and not have to flip-flop twice a year. I also find it very humorous that, quote-unquote, standard time is 1/3 of the year and savings time is 2/3 of the year now that they've extended things a week or two on either end there. So, yeah, just wipe away all of it. But, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. And right now it doesn't matter what time it is because I'm staying in. We're in the middle of this nice, wonderful weather we've got here. We were predicted 48 inches of snow, and I still have grass sticking out of whatever we had come down, so we only had an inch or less at my yard. But it is below zero temperatures in Fahrenheit, not in Celsius. It's well below zero in Celsius. So we're just staying in as much as we can right now, and trying to dig through some stuff. Had a item fall back behind a pile of things, so now we're going through the whole pile of things to get to the thing that fell and see what we can do with all the rest of the stuff that we're coming up with. It's a treasure trove of ancient artifacts here. WB0 VHF.
WB0 VHF from KJ7. I'm returning. Ooh, that sounds exciting. Yeah, treasure chests and treasure troves and wonderful weather. All right, we're at the bottom of the list, so yeah, we'll take a peek out at Radioland and we'll see who else is out there. So, if you'd like to join in on the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, all I need are your call signs, slowly, twice, and phonetically, and feel free to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your net control station, and I'm looking for more check-ins at this time.
This is KC3VIU. Abigail needed some help. She can't find her car keys, so just entered my car. So I heard something about ancient artifacts or antiques or something, and now my ears are all perked up. So I'll let the conversation move back. KC3VIU back to KJ7 OMR.
Alright, well at this time I'm asking for check-ins, so since you took your turn, I'll just be a mean girl and skip you. Yeah, I'm only kidding. I won't be a mean girl. Okay, do we have any additional check-ins out there at this time before we kick it back up to the top? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Alrighty, doesn't look like it, so, KC3BIU, I know you took your turn already, but, did you have anything else to say before we, send it to the next station?
KC3VIU, negative.
Alrighty. WB0VHF, over to you now. KJ7 OMO.
Okay. Well, I don't know if these ancient artifacts that I'm finding are quite as enticing to others. Being a pack rat and having things just stacked up for ages, just digging through the pile to get through it, to get to behind it, and finding things like a placard, the little name tag, or not name tag, but the number you wear when you're in a race. I had a 5K apparently that I did in 2010. I saw that and some other things there. Ran across a handlebar bag for a bicycle that I've never installed because I ended up going a different route for what I had on the bike, and this wouldn't fit because other things were sticking in the way of where the bike bag was going to fit. And So little things like that. Oh wow, that's right, I did have that, and oh here, oh wow, yeah, I'm finding all sorts of fun stuff like that. So we've got a few hours worth of sorting and throwing and recycling and keeping things here once we get this all worked through, because we're just about down to the bottom of the pile that I'm going to dig through for the night, because the backscatter piles, what would you call those? The ones you throw over your shoulder as you're digging. Yeah, those have gotten to the point that I don't know if I want to deal with anything bigger than that for the rest of the night before I got to go to bed. So we'll swing her back your way and see how long this keeps going. WD0 VHF.
WB0 VHF from KJ7 OMO returning. Yeah, treasure hunting is quite the fascinating thing. I would love to actually give it a try one of these days, just for the heck of it. Just to see, what I can come up with. Like digging the ground for some, nice, valuable shiny stuff like, oh, I don't know, gold or diamond or something. I don't know, but yeah, I wouldn't mind giving that a try one of those days. But for right now, I guess I'm content with being here at what I affectionately call my command center, which consists of my computers and my radios and all that stuff. But yeah, one of these days I wouldn't mind going out for a treasure hunting adventure. Alright, well, darn. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but who else is out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net? All I need are your call signs, slowly, twice, and phonetically, if you'd like to get checked in. Alright, do we have anybody else out there? Anybody else out there wishing to check in? If you'd like to check in, please come now with your call signs, slowly, twice, and phonetically. One more time, do we have any additional stations out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net? Please come now with your call signs, slowly, twice, and phonetically. Oy vey. What the heck? Nobody out there. Wow. Alright folks, if you're unable to check in via voice, you're welcome to check in via the YouTube live stream. You can check in via NetLogger. If you're part of the Pride Radio Group Discord server, you can check in via that. If you're on Mastodon, you can find me, if you're on Mastodon, my handle there is at KJ7OMO at Mastodon.radio at Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar at Mastodon.radio. You can also email me your check-ins. My email is kj7omo@gmail.com, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar @gmail.com. You're also welcome to send me your check-ins via WinLink. And if you happen to have me added to my on my private social media links, you can check in via that as well. All right, with that out of the way, we're gonna toss it back over to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
Okay. Since I'm pretty sure we all lean pretty clearly in the same vein here, I'm going to go ahead and tell a joke I just read. So a robot goes into a bar, and the bartender asks the bartender for a drink, and says, "What do you have?" And he goes, "A martini." So bartender serves him a martini. He says, "By the way, what's your IQ?" Before he starts drinking, he goes, 168. Why? And so they start talking about astrophysics and chemistry and all kinds of things like brain surgery and stuff like that. And the robot goes off for a little bit and comes back, and he goes, "I want another drink." And the bartender says, "What's your IQ now?" And he goes, 100. So he gives him a drink, and he starts talking about NASCAR and other kinds of, like John Deere tractors and stuff like that. And then he disappears for a little bit and comes back and says to the bartender, "I need another drink." And he goes, "What's your IQ now?" And he goes, "It's 50. Why do you ask?" He says, "Just checking." So he gives him a drink, and he goes, "Isn't it a shame of the way that Biden stole the election in 2020? Okay, KC3VAU back to net control, KJ7OMO.
Alrighty, KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, I have due to my autistic mind, I have a hard time understanding the context of the joke, but, yeah. Anyways, I'm pretty sure some would, find it funny. Alright, WB0 VHF KJ7OMO, over to you now. Back to you now.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that joke before. The bartender adjusts the conversation to the intelligence of the patrons. That's what a good bartender should be doing all the time, right? And yeah, the intelligence of some of the patrons. Anyway, I enjoyed reading that when I first saw that come across the net there too. Let's see here. What else? Oh. I may not sound the same. I hope I won't sound the same the next few times I get on or whatnot, because I'm starting voice therapy here this coming Tuesday. Had my consult this last week, and I think I'm really going to click well with the instructor that I've got. She seemed just a phenomenal woman to work with, and she's got a trans child of her own, so she's got the questions for me, and I've got plenty of questions for her, and the hour consult ran nearly 2 hours by the time we got done chattering. So I hope our training is more focused, but looking forward to that this coming week here. WD0 VHF.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, Evelyn. I'm so happy for you that you finally get to begin some voice training. Excellent. I looked into voice training, but unfortunately I cannot afford it at this time because it's too expensive. And I had a trainer for a while that was doing it for free, but, well, she got impatient with me, unfortunately. So, yeah. I haven't been able to get very far with with my training, but if I can find someone who could help me train my voice a little more, that would be awesome. But, yeah, that's just one of the things that I desire. And let's see. Looks like we have a netlogger check-in from Kilo Lima for Quebec Zulu, who's just bouncing around. Bouncing around. Alright, well, we'll add her to the list and as an in and out check-in via netlogger. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so who else is out there wishing to check into the net? All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you're welcome to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, she, her, and I'm looking for more check-ins to the net. Oh, sorry for the delay. I had to deal with a little issue on netlogger. Just a just a technical issue. Nothing serious at all. But I've already sorted out the technical problem. All right. Who else is out there wishing to check in? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. All right. Looks like there's nobody else out there at this time. So back to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
Hi, this is KC3VIU. Yeah, I was just playing with the kitty cat for a second. She responds much better when I talk to her in a much higher voice. So, I call her like this. Everything works out great. But, you know, I can do that for a while, but it's when I go to chirp, this cat makes peculiar, like, chirping sounds. And when I respond in that way, then it doesn't take long for me to, for it to be uncomfortable, so I have to stop doing that. Yeah, congratulations on the voice therapy. I understand the concepts. It's just very difficult for me to kind of move over into that mental space. It feels right, and at the same time, there's so many people I interact with regularly that have heard my quote-unquote old voice that it kind of messes with my head to think I feel like I'm being disingenuous by trying to say something different. So don't let that get into your head. But one of the strangest questions and most honest questions they asked me when I first started voice therapy was, "What does your authentic voice sound like?" And I'm like, I have no idea, because I just didn't. And that really kind of got into my head. I've heard some things which sound really great, and I can make it work for a while, and it's not really a problem. But it just sometimes it's like it. It seems like it's a lot more concentration, a lot more energy, and sometimes I just kind of like, it's like putting on a really nice dress and makeup and everything, and it's like it's nice for an occasion, but it doesn't seem like it's practical for every day. So I don't know. That's just me. I pray that anyone else who's out there does much better with it. And Evelyn, your voice sounds pretty good to begin with, so I think you'll go very far with it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off to a listening state. So 33 and 73 to all. KC3VIU over to KJ7. Mo.
Alright, KC3VIU. Well, good hearing you again, and I shall say 33 and 73 to you as well. And, yeah, I hope we'll catch you next time. Looks like there was a station trying to check in via the web interface, so, I'll, see if I could, I'll go ahead and log into the thing and, give them, transmit abilities. Though, due to the nature of the web interface, as soon as they close out of their web browser, the transmit abilities will be gone, and I don't know how to fix that problem, unfortunately. So, for right now, I'll give them the transmit ability, but before we go to them, let's go to WB0VHF from KJ7OMO.
Okay. Well, certainly what we hear in our head for our voice isn't what other people hear. And I understand that that's going to be, something that I'm going to have to work on if I'm recording myself and playing myself back to try to get that dissonance solved first before I can adjust myself. There's a local lawyer, a public speaker and such, and she had tried voice therapy and just didn't get it to work and just gave up on it. And the first time you hear her, it's, wow, who in the world, it just doesn't match. You see her image and you hear the voice and it's totally off. There's a small town in northern Minnesota called Bemidji, and her joke is, if I went up to Bemidji, all the ladies up there just think I'm a 4-pack-a-day smoker. So, there's that. But, and I am working on it a little bit. I've had some ad hoc training, some YouTube videos, a little bit of work with an actual person on a multi-person Zoom call. He was giving some voice training every couple of weeks for a group out of San Luis Obispo that I had somehow connected with. And so I've had some work on it. This is not my natural voice, but it's still not the voice that I'd like to have. There's a app, Android or iPhone, you can get it called Voice Tools, and under the Analyze it'll tell you roughly where you sees your voice at, how much female, how much male, and normally I'm still sitting a fair amount male in there. I have had a few times where, let's see, hi, my name is Evelyn, has come across quite well as female, and I understand it's way more than just pitch of the voice. There's pitch, there's resonance, there's word choice, there's timbre as you bring your stuff up and down. And I realize I'm fairly monotone right now again. I have tried to work on getting that to go up and down a little bit so it's not just a constant voice. And I know I've got a lot to work on, and hopefully the project will work well here, and that whatever tips, techniques, training methods, and whatnot that Kari has for me will resonate with me, and I can figure out how to make this work a little bit. We'll swing back your way there, Kimberly. This is Evelyn, WB0 VHF.
Alright, WB0VHF from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Well, I'm in the same boat. I mean, this is not my natural voice either, but this is not where I'd like for my voice to be either. Sometimes I could pass kind of okay as a female with the voice, but a lot of the times I still can't, especially over radio. Like like some people still call me sir, unfortunately, on the phone and on the radio. But there are some instances where some people do gender me correctly. It just depends. It depends who's listening, really, who I'm talking to, really. But yeah, this is not quite where I want my voice to be, but hey, it's a little better than natural, I guess. I don't know. I've got a ways to go yet. All right. Let me make sure now that our new person on the web interface. Yeah, it looks like they're still approved. It looks like they have transmit on the ability on the web interface now, at least until they close their web browser. Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure they got it. Okay. All right. Well, we're at the bottom of the list. So, yeah, who else is out there wishing to check in? If you'd like to, check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net, please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Feel free to share your pronouns if you like. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, she, her, standing by for additional check-ins to the net. Uh-oh. Huh. Looks like someone tried to check in, but was unable to. 1 second. Alright, Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo. Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo. Are you with us on the Pride Radio Network? I see that you tried to check in, but you're having issues with transmit. Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Alright, well, it looks like Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo is having a hard time, getting to us. So, we'll check them in anyway. We'll give them a check-in anyway. And, yeah. Who else is out there wishing to check in? Feel free to come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. All right. All right. So we'll check in Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo. They said that they tried to get in, but for some reason the analog reflector is not working. So we'll mess with that later on, and so that they can be able to get in. But for right now, we're gonna toss things back to KC3VIU from KJ7OMO.
Yeah, this is KC3VIU. I was looking at that joke again. I think I misread it the first time. And I was just calling the cat. She's such a sweetheart. She'll be upstairs eating, see me, walk downstairs, and start crying like she's lost or lonely. And it's like, come on, kitty, you know right where I am. I go down and when I was petting her for a minute, and then she comes upstairs. So I come upstairs, and she heads back downstairs. Poor kitty's confused. Yeah. Oh well. There was actually one more thing I was going to mention, and I can't remember what it is now. So, blame it on Brain Rot. KC3VIU back to KJ7OMO.
Alrighty, not a problem. WB0VHF from KJ7OMO.
Yes. The training habits of humans as written up by cats. Yeah. What's that one
God.
meme that's going around? A couple of aliens have abducted a kitty and asking, we want to know how you train an alien species to follow you so well. WB0 VHF.
Very funny. Alright, Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo, I see you reconnect KJ7OMO. Let's see if you're able to make it through. Papa Delta 1, Juliet Mike Bravo, Papa Delta 1, Juliet Mike Bravo, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar. Alright, unfortunately, if you're transmitting, unfortunately, it's not making through. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll have to look into why it's bugging out and not letting you through. Yeah, I've been having some issues with the program lately, but yeah, if you're able to get in via other methods, try that. If you happen to have Zello, the Zello app, I can get you in via that way as well. But if not, no worries. You're still checked in regardless. Alright, anybody else out there before we kick it back up to the top? Anybody else out there wishing to check in? This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, looking for check-ins from anybody, anywhere.
Yeah, Jay.
Alright, station on the VK2 ROT repeater. Could you say your call sign again? Be sure you hold down the talk button for a couple of seconds before actually saying the call sign. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, standing by for your check-in.
Okay, this is VK2 Charlie Romeo Juliet. I'm located in a suburb of Sydney called Ryde. So I've got only the 3 letters of your call sign, OMO, at the moment. I just randomly happened to tune round and I heard you on here from VK2CRJ.
Alright, perfect. Victor Kilo 2, Charlie, Romeo, Juliet from Kilo, Juliet 7, Oscar, Mike Oscar, your net control station for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. Welcome, you have stumbled upon a net in progress, but not to worry, we'll get you checked in. This is a roundtable rag chew net, and we basically go around and around in circles until, you know, either all of us drop off the list, or if I, decide that I have enough, whichever comes first. Alright, well, we got you down on the list. If you'd like more information about our net and the network, you can find that by visiting a website called prideradionetwork.com. That is prideradionetwork.com. For information about our net. We connect to this repeater every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time. That would be Sunday probably around noon or 1 p.m.-ish, somewhere around there. Sydney time. Alright, before we get to you, was there any other stations wishing to check in? Alright, it doesn't look like it. Victor Kilo 2 is Charlie Romeo Juliet from Kilo Juliet 7. Oscar, Mike Oscar. The floor is yours. Oh my goodness.
I need to make sure I've got your call sign right, so I don't know if I've got all of it yet. Tell me slowly next time. I've got Quebec Oscar Juliet, I think, 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. I think that's what I've got. VK2CRJ, name is Gary, Golf Alpha, Romeo Yankee. And, yeah, interesting. I'm just recently got myself an IC9700. And now I've got access to a lot more repeaters, and there are a lot of repeaters, it would seem, around Sydney. It's very well looked after. So I won't stay too long. I may just listen around once to whatever else is on your net. So give me your call sign slowly, then I'll make sure I've got all of it. QOJ70MO, Victor Kilo 2, Charlie Romeo Juliet.
Alrighty, Victor Kilo 2, Charlie Romeo Juliet. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Again, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Klingon Joy 7, Old Mother Owl. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. QSO?
CRJ. I'm not sure if I've got the first letter right at this time. Is your first letter a Quebec or is it a Kilo? VK2CRJ.
It is a kilo, as in kilogram. Kilo, as in kilogram, is my first letter. Kilogram, Joey, 7, Old Mother Owl. Kilogram, Joey, 7, Old Mother Owl.
K2CRJ. Okay, thanks for that. Yeah, I've got it this time. Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Yeah, it may be because we're listening to digitized audio that's been processed in some way, compressed, that's making it a little bit difficult for me to understand. I guess I'll get tuned into it eventually, but that must mean that you're in America somewhere then. I assume that's right. You seem to have a bit of an American accent, as you can tell. We don't speak to overseas stations very often from here, not unless it's done via the internet, I guess. Yeah, okay, thanks for confirming that anyway. So back to you. KJ7 OMO VK2CRJ.
Alright, not a problem. Yeah, the network is a multi-mode network, so we're coming in via all sorts of modes. I personally am coming in via All-Star, which is an analog mode, but we do have different digital networks on here as well. And the VK2 RLT repeater, which is the repeater you are on right now, it's primarily connected to nothing, but every Sunday we connect it to our network for this net. Anyways, we're glad that you've stumbled upon us, and yeah, we look forward to your future check-ins. To answer your question, yes, I am from the United States. I'm in the state of Arizona, so I am an American station, though I wouldn't mind traveling to Australia one of these days. But anyways, all right, well, thank you for checking in, and I shall throw my 7.3s your way, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Any final comments before I kick it back up to the top of the list, or if you'd like to remain on the list, let me know, and we'll call you back next time.
I'm leaving a pause, right. KJ7OMO VK2CRJ. Thanks for that. Very interesting to talk to Arizona for the first time. I have been to Arizona a long time ago, but I did do a tour from California, went all around out the desert and sort of ended up in Arizona and went back again in a big loop. Had a very good time over there. This probably would have been, I don't know, could be 40 years ago. Anyway, 7.3, I'll let you carry on. I'll sign off. 7.3. KJ7OMO VK2CRJ.
Alrighty, not a problem. 7.3 to you, and enjoy the rest of your day from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, Kimberly in Yuma, Arizona, your net control station for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. We're going to toss it back to Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India Uniform from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
I just had one of those moments of panic where I'm like, wait, is that my call sign? Oh Lord. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to sign off then at this point. My poor brain is just melted. So, like I say, I'll keep listening. So 7333 to all. Thanks for the time on the net and the pleasant little distraction. I always have fun on here, and thank you, Kimberly, for running the net. This is KC3VIU, back to net control, KJ7 OMO.
KC3VIU from KJ7 OMO returning. Alright, well, thank you for being here with us, and I shall send my 7-3s and 33s your way, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Be sure to be extra careful to not typo the word running when you say your thanks on Discord. Hi. Alright. WB0 VHF from KJ7 OMO. Over to you.
Okay, Kimberly. I think I'll have to step out here pretty soon too. I definitely have got to the bottom of the stack. I'm starting to push a few things back in there, but I've got a pile of things I've got to get sorted through. They are blocking my path out to the rest of the house and blocking my path to the refrigerator, so I can't even keep myself replenished here. I'm going to have to take care of this. This is a critical issue. One of the things I found was a empty bottle of ibuprofen that was supposed to have expired in July of 2012, so it was empty long before then. Yeah, that's the age of the archaeological dig that I was doing tonight. I'm sure some of the stuff was from even earlier there, but we've got it all sorted out for one section. Once I get done, I'll have a very good accomplishment feeling here of having done something worthwhile today rather than just sitting around and waiting for the weather to warm up. But we're going to have to bow out. And don't know if I'll catch you next week or not. I think I've got something going on next Saturday night in terms of a music event or something like that. But if not, we'll see if we can jump in here after the other local net gets done. Have yourself a great week, and we'll talk to you later on. 33, this is Evelyn, WB0 VHF.
Alrighty, Evelyn. 33 and 7-3 to you, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Alright, it looks like Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo is still trying to get in, but unfortunately there's problems. But we're going to give them one more shot. Papa Delta 1 Juliet Mike Bravo, try, if you can, try transmitting again. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. Alrighty, yeah, it looks like the software is not working for you, so I'll have to dig in there and figure out what the heck is bugging it. Alright, well, sorry about that. We'll try and get you in there on voice next time. Alright, before we shut the net down, do we have any additional check-ins? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, this is the final call. Any additional check-ins? Please come now with your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically. Alright, any final comments from previously checked-in stations? Any final comments from previously checked-in stations? Alrighty, folks. That concludes our net for today. Thank you all for participating and bringing fun to the airwaves. I would like to express gratitude to the Waverley Amateur Radio Society in Sydney, Australia, for allowing us to hijack their systems every Sunday to relay this net. Special thanks to Victor Kilo 3 Juliet Echo Delta and Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee for their contributions, as well as the entire Pride Radio Group for making this net possible. I now release all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to their regular amateur use. Thank you once again, and 7-3 everyone from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. This net is now closed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 check-ins, including yours truly. Alright, this is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm going to be off to the side, 7-3. Alrighty, YouTube, I'm gonna end it right here. Feel free to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and, yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.